go to Whitney.com.
So people are traveling from all over to go see me. I just got a friend from, Benton, where I just filmed Crappie Lake, my new comedy show.
Yeah.
It's a spin-off with Luann, and he's coming to Nashville. He's like, I'm coming with a whole group to Nashville because you can drive there in 2 hours from Benton. And I have a lot of friends in Benton, Illinois, Southern Illinois now.
I know. So you just wrapped Crappie. Well, you didn't just wrap. I mean, we just saw the final episode of Crappie Lake. What kind of feedback have you received from fans, from your fellow castmates?
They're just so refreshed because everybody's coming out of lockdown and you're losing family and friends and just having a harder time at work. And they're just like, what a breath of fresh air is Crappie Lake. Andy Cohen said it's revolutionary. It's like slapstick, silly, half hour back-to-back episodes, which people do stream on Peacock now.
Okay.
So that way, if you missed it on Bravo TV, on Sunday nights, then you can just watch it. And people are having watch parties, and you can watch if you want. You can go get a drink. You can go get something to eat, come back, and it's always funny. So it's been a success because people have a very short attention span these days, and they just really want to have a good laugh.
I love how you said that Luann thought that people were picketing when you guys were getting off the plane, and really they were there for you. So that was so cool.
I think honestly they were just excited to have someone come in and help revitalize after like any city is coming back from a very difficult time. So when they saw us all dressed up, I think they were a little doubtful. They thought we were very Hollywood, but then they said, "Oh, okay, these girls can get their hands dirty."
Yeah.
We're both very small town girls. We're very close friends. We're like family, and we have creative differences when it comes down to our entertainment styles sometimes, but we both are, very strong workers, big work ethic, and afraid to let anyone down. So it worked out well.
Yeah. And it's still great because you have such a perfect personality for something like that. And you're like no holds barred, like literally anything goes with you. But I think that's great. I mean, that makes you so relatable to so many people. So I know you definitely got a lot of fans from Benton and from people watching it.
Yeah, they're coming. They're going to come to the Nashville show. I have a lot of friends there. I'll probably go down in November to visit. I just sent some red bushes down there. We usually call Luann the red bush, but no, I sent some bushes down there for the playground because we put in a playground with a huge jungle gym.
That's so nice.
We really white knuckled through that. We were very nervous that we weren't going to get it because of the lumber strike, but not a strike, but there was a shortage of lumber.
Yeah.
And we put in a doggy walk so that the doggy center, the pet center, could let them out and be more adoptable, just more happy.
Yes.
And less scary.
Yeah. Is there anything that we didn't see? Because of course everything's condensed into 30 minutes. So is there any fun behind the scenes story that we didn't get to see?
Yeah. Well, we both were staying in two very small motel rooms, right? But Luann wasn't drinking then. Like sometimes she doesn't drink, and vice versa, me too. But I was drinking a little bit, but not like I do when I film Housewives, because I had a lot of work to do the next day. So I had to refrain from hard partying. But I would tailgate at night in the parking lot with the locals. The crappy hour would continue every night. Luann would go to bed at like 9:30, 10, because she would get up at 5:30 and make calls and stuff. But I was tailgating, and they would bring the beer. And I would bring the Sonja sangria, and I have white and red, and we would mix it with a little Tito's. We would hide the Tito's in a freezer because no one would go in the freezer because it was deer meat and deer heads. So they're like, no one will go in there. Let's hide the Tito's in there. So yeah, we were hanging out in the back of the trucks having drinks, but not like when I go to Middleburg and it's caviar and champagne. This was like hot dogs and burgers.
That's cool. That's relatable and fun. What about with Paula Abdul? That was really cool. Did you know her before that, or was this your first time meeting her?
Oh God, yeah. Both Luann and I had met her a few times, and we had known that she was a philanthropist and liked to give back to children. And she's got 11 million records. It's sales of records.
Yeah.
So she was flying from LA to New York. So she just touched down, dropped in, helped out with our kids. And I told her, we're not wasting your time. These kids are very talented. The town of Benton has so many schools for cheerleading and gymnastics and dance and tap and, everything. And they go 3-4 times a week to practice. And plus at church, they sing. So we had a lot of talent.
Yeah.
We even had someone who sang the Spangled Banner. I mean,
She
that
was
good.
great. She was great.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Wait,
glad you watched.
is there anything that you learned about Luann? Because I know you guys are good friends, but just from being in this small town and having to do all these things, is there anything you learned that you're surprised about?
Well, I don't ask that question, but the thing is, we're like an old married couple. When we drive to like a yoga retreat or to see a Swami priest or, something like that, we don't even talk the whole way. We don't have to fill the room with noise. I mean, we're very settled together. What
Right.
I would say the one thing that surprised me is that we could do 6 straight weeks together with very small rooms and get a huge list, a task list from the mayor done most of the time outside of our room. But we also did renovations back at the motel. So I think I learned that she and I can have creative differences, but we would hash it out and keep it rolling. Like on Housewives, you have conflict,
Yeah.
resolution, keep moving.
Keep moving.
And you have to be like that to be family or to be a Real Housewife, franchise.
Did you have you heard from like Paris Hilton or Nicole Richie about your show?
Well, they're the same network, so they're very happy. It's sort of reviving interest in that and Schitt's Creek and also the RHONY Legacy. So they're bringing RHONY Legacy Ultimate Girls Trip earlier.
Okay.
Because they want to get it to the viewers sooner because they saw how much they missed me and Luann. So they got a really good trip out of us, Ultimate Girls Trip, RHONY Legacy in St. Bart's.
That's
so
right.
now they're going to show that in December and keep the other Ultimate Girls Trip for later because they really need more of the Real Housewives of New York because the viewers don't feel season 14 Real Housewives of New York it has anything to do with Real Housewives of New York. It's a whole different thing.
Yeah, it's a whole new cast. Do you know any of the cast?
No, I really don't. So again, Housewives are of a certain ilk. We're like Upper East Side matrons of a certain social circuit, not necessarily social lives, but we have children, we work, we do philanthropy, we've been through ups and downs, we've been through divorce and losses of lives in our families. Like I said, raising children and just starting new businesses, reinventing ourselves. So there's a lot that goes into being a housewife at our ages and wisdom to share and to be able to laugh at yourself and to be close friends with someone that you've known 30 years,
Yeah, because we've seen you guys throughout all the years. So for us, like for me personally, it's like you're the Real Housewives of New York, but now there's a whole new cast. So it's just a little bit different. And of course, it's not easy for new people to just jump in and now try to fill the shoes.
No.
So I was just wondering, if you knew them.
I think that was unfair. It was unfair to call it Real Housewives of New York. I think they should have done something like New York City Millennials or New York City Fashionistas or I don't know, Movers Shakers, New York City. I don't know. But happy to toss the baton and let them share in the space that we built because when Bravo and NBC does well, we all do well and everybody's happy. All the viewers are happy. But we definitely need to do another Ultimate Girls Trip with the New Yorkers. We're known for our trips, these glamorous places where we can get down and dirty and peel the layers of the onion. But then we also need to do again another town, Luann and I, because we get I am getting so many emails from people saying, please come to our town. We need help.
Yeah, I know you wanted to go to Texas, somewhere in Texas, because you wanted to go.
I do. Yes, I really do. They said they need help in Texas with a lot of different, things that are different from Benton. So